Hello, my name's Alfe, and when I was 5 I had cancer.
What is cancer?
We have lots of cells in our body. These are our normal cells that look a lot like building blocks. Cancer is a disease of these cells that mess up all the building blocks.
What is it like to have cancer?
When I was in hospital, I had to have a feeding tube because of my chemotherapy that made me didn't want to eat.
Alfie, what else happened when you had chemotherapy?
Well, my hair started to fall out and I became bald.
What was it like to be bald?
Rather cold in the winter.
In this picture you can see my Hickman line. Do you know what it is?
A Hickman line is a tube that is inserted by having a small operation into a vein near your heart. This means all your chemotherapy can go through it and you don't have to have any needles anymore.
Alfie, what did you do in hospital?
Well, there was this room called the playroom and I made some brand new friends and I did some arts and craft and we played a bit of hide and seek when I was feeling okay, apart from when I weren't feeling okay.
When you were having chemotherapy and had cancer, did you go to school?
Sometimes in the afternoon because it made me tired.
Did you miss your school friends?
Yeah, because they were like the friends that I've known forever.
What did your friends think about you having cancer?
They were worried about what could happen.
This is me before cancer. This is me during treatment for cancer. This is me after cancer. There are over 200 types of cancer. Different cancers are treated with medicine such as
Chemotherapy, radiotherapy and proton. Shirley is a parent whose child was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. Prior to this diagnosis, her stepson was diagnosed with leukemia.
Shirley, what was it like to be a parent of 2 children who have cancer?
It's horrible, it's scary. You think you're going to lose your child, you don't know what to expect, and it totally changes your world.
How did you feel when you thought something was wrong with Morgan and you had to keep going back to the GP?
Well, I knew there was something wrong with Morgan, but we didn't know what, and we didn't assume that it was the worst, but we just had to keep going back and back and back all the time to find out. It took 8 months to diagnose Morgan.
When he was diagnosed, how did you feel?
Well, he wasn't diagnosed straight away. He had to have MRIs done first, so we was told that it was a possibility that it was cancer. It wasn't. There was a tumour found, but they didn't know if it was cancerous or not.
Shirley, Morgan has other siblings. How did it affect you as a family?
Every 21 days we had to go to the hospital for Morgan to have his chemotherapy. He was in there from the Sunday night to the Thursday night, so obviously every 3 weeks we all split up as a family. It put a lot of pressure on my husband. The kids used to get very upset when we used to leave the house. As soon as the dog saw the suitcase, she knew there was something going wrong, so it really affected the whole family, not just the child with the cancer.
What do you think should be done to raise more childhood cancer awareness?
I think people don't need to be scared of it, even though that's probably an easy thing to me to say because I've been through it myself, but it's not nothing to be scared of to talk about it, because if people don't talk about it, then the awareness will never get out there. We need to get more plans into GPs, make doctors more aware of what's going on, talk to schools about it, talk to children about it, let them know that it's not nothing to be scared of, and also if they think there's something wrong with their body, or the parents think there's something wrong with their child, to push and get it checked as soon as possible.
Cancer affects not only the child who is diagnosed, but their parents, friends and siblings too.
What's it like having 2 brothers who have had cancer?
Surprising and, well, I think it's just too hard to explain. Shocking.
How did it feel for you when your siblings had to be in hospital so much and you were left at home?
It was different. It was different without them there and more lonelier than normal.
And what was it like when they came home?
It was incredible. It was really happy. I was really happy, and we had a little celebration. It was really fun.
How did your brothers having cancer affect you?
It affected me quite a lot because all I knew about cancer was that it could kill someone.
How did it feel when your brothers lost their hair?
Upsetting because one of them was just sitting on a bed pulling out his hair bit by bit, and it was a bit upsetting to watch.
What effect did cancer have on your family?
It was really upsetting, and I think it was really hard for my dad to look after 6 kids by himself.
And why did he have to look after the children? Where was Mum?
In hospital with my brother whilst he was going through treatment.
So do you think it put a strain on Mum and Dad as well?
Yeah, a lot.
Children with cancer often need blood. You can help by giving blood.
Early diagnosis can save lives. Know the signs and symptoms of childhood cancer.
Continued unexplained weight loss, headaches, often with early morning vomiting, increased swelling or persistent pain in bones, joints, back or legs.
Lump or mass, especially in the abdomen, neck, chest, pelvis or armpits. Development of excessive bruising, bleeding or rash. Constant infections.
A whitish colour behind the pupils. Nausea, which persists, or vomiting without nausea.
Constant tiredness or noticeable paleness. Eye or vision changes which occur suddenly or persist. Recurrent or persistent fevers of unknown origin.
You can't catch cancer, and you don't get cancer because you've done something wrong. When I got better, I wanted to help other kids, so my family set up Alfe's Tours. We support families in Northamptonshire whose children have a long-term illness.